Actress Moses Ingram from the new Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars series has recently come under attack by some so-called fans who hurled racist insults at her on social media. So now Ingram plays Reva Savander, the third sister, hunting Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so she had shared on her Instagram some stories of some DMs that she had received. I'm going to read a couple of them here. One of them said, "Your days are numbered," spelled incorrectly, of course. Another said, "You're not the first N-word, but with an A." In Star Wars, fool. Okay. And another, "You suck, loser. You're a diversity hire and won't be loved or remembered for this acting role." Great. So she then explains, long story short, there are hundreds of those. Hundreds. Again, not shocking. She also then adds, I also see those of you out there who put on a cape for me, and that really does mean the world to me because there is nothing anybody can do about this. There is nothing anybody can do to stop this hate. I question my purpose in even being here in front of you saying that this is happening. I don't really know. The thing that bothers me is this feeling inside of myself that no one has told me, but this feeling that I have to shut up and take it, that I have to grin and bear it, and I'm not built like that. So I wanted to come on and say thank you to the people who show up for me in the comments and the places that I'm not going to put myself, and to the rest of y'all weird. Weird indeed. A lot of weird people on the internet, right? A lot of weird racist people on the internet. Not representative, obviously, of the entire Star Wars fandom or any fandom, but man, there's a certain number of people online that are just terrible people. Terrible people. So now, Ingram is actually a pretty accomplished actress at 29. She was nominated for an Emmy Award for an Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Limited or Anthology Series. She went to Yale's David Geffen School of Drama. She starred in the Tragedy of Macbeth and Queen's Gambit. So, yeah, sure. Go ahead and tell me, though, how she's a diversity hire. When she actually seems to be pretty accomplished. Just saying. Just saying. No, what this is, of course, is this is the anti-SJW crowd. This is the people who follow Jeremy Quivering or Doomcock. Again, I don't have to make fun of his name because he literally calls himself Doomcock. All right? These are the people that are like, oh, the diversity is destroying my favorite series. Go woke, go broke. Too many black people in my Star Wars. Too many black people on my in my entertainment, in my video games. Like, shut up. Now, look, I love Star Wars. And you know what Star Wars has always been? A little woke. And yes, they featured some very prominent black actors. James Earl Jones, the iconic voice of Darth Vader. Billy D. Williams, playing Lando Calrissian. And look, it doesn't just apply, of course, to black actors and actresses. You also had Carrie Fisher, an incredibly strong female character. Definitely not playing the victim in a lot of those movies, okay? In one of the scenes, she literally choked out a giant slug. Now, of course, she was in a bikini. She hated the bikini, of course. Carrie Fisher despised it, and I'm pretty sure the character also despised it, as she was forced into it. But again, the whole plot basically involved fighting against a xenophobic, fascist, right-wing authoritarian empire. So I'm just saying, like, you get my point. How are people missing that? How do people miss that? Now, look, the old movies, again, plenty woke. And they loved them, and I love the old movies. I grew up watching the hell out of Empire Strikes Back over and over. I remember I used to replay it all the time on I had the VCR back then. Just rewind it and play it over again. You can tell that's my favorite Star Wars movie. All right, but look, anyway, yes, those movies, which were actually pretty woke, these same people profess to love, but the new ones they trash the hell out of. Now, look, I'll be honest. Are the new ones great? Mixed opinion, right? I think that they were okay. I mean, Force Awakens probably the best out of the three. Last Jedi was interesting because they tried something different. Rise of Skywalker, again, it made no sense plot-wise, so I rate it last, even though, again, all of them are pretty fun popcorn flicks. But, like, bringing back the Emperor, come on. No. But, again, none of the criticisms of that movie, at least for me, are based on wokeness. Odes to woke. Too woke. No. I think the writers didn't have a whole lot of idea of what they were doing, where they wanted to take it. Of course, you had huge tonal shifts from Rian Johnson to J.J. Abrams, and the whole thing felt, honestly, pretty disjointed. So, in my opinion, of course. That said, they also did John Boyega super dirty. His character in the first movie showed a lot of promise, but then they just kind of forgot about him. Not good. Yeah. That said, there seems to be a certain, I think, tiny part of the fan base that seems to be, I don't know, just nasty towards people of color. It's not the first thing that's happened where, you had a person of color in the Star Wars universe get just completely bullied off social media. For example, Kelly Marie Tran, who became the first Asian American actress to land a Star Wars role. She got targeted by trolls on social media. She ended up deleting her Instagram back in 2018. In fact, she addressed the interview with the Hollywood Reporter, or addressed a move in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter. She said she decided that the internet wasn't good for my mental health. Probably the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say, and the most correct. Yes, the internet, terrible for anybody's mental health. Boyega also told GQ that he faced death threats during his time playing Finn. Now, some of the same people, of course, who hated these actors and actresses of color rallied to defend Gina Carano after she made some offensive posts on social media herself, comparing Republicans to Holocaust victims, please, and made fun of people using pronouns. So, again, you can really see what's going on here. So, but I have good news, though. Ingram's co-workers rallied to her defense. In fact, the official social media accounts for Star Wars issued a statement late on Monday saying there are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist. We are proud to welcome Moses Ingram to the Star Wars family, excited for Reva's story to unfold. If anyone intends to make her feel in any way unwelcome, we have only one thing to say: we resist. Yeah, I think that's a great message. And on Tuesday, actor Ewan McGregor posted this video. Take a look.
It seems that some of the fan base from this influential fan base have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs. And I heard some of them this morning and it just broke my heart. Moses is a brilliant actor. She's a brilliant woman. And she's absolutely amazing in this series. She brings so much to the series. She brings so much to the franchise. And it just sickened me to my stomach to hear that this had been happening. I just want to say, as the leading actor in the series, as the executive producer on the series, that we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with Moses.
All right, I love that message. And it's not just the Star Wars family, of course. It's the Star Trek family. Here you have a Strange New World star Anson Mount, who on Tuesday posted this to social media. Quote, "This is Moses Ingram. She is a singular talent and a recent addition to the Star Wars universe. She has also been targeted by racists pretending to be fans because her mere existence threatens a skewed dystopian fantasy that selectively omits the likes of the real Billy Dee and others. We, the Trek family, have her back." I love it. Oh, I love it. So for one, I'm both a Star Wars and a Star Trek fan. I enjoy both of those. I think it's great. It has never, I think, been a better time to be a dork. And I'm saying this seriously because I am one. Like, here we have this gigantic buffet of, series. It's Star Wars, different Star Trek series, right? Mandalorian, you've got all of these different things that are coming out. And of course, they're doing Battlestar Galactica again. They're doing a reimagining of Babylon 5, another one of my favorite series. And so you have all of these new amazing series coming out. And you have people that are sitting here going, I don't like this person, or I don't like the show because Black Lady. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with all of you? You have all of this brand new content. And for me, again, I love the classics, but I also like to see new things. And so I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, that you can't like both, that you can't have a respect for all of these different things. And so again, I love the solidarity here, Strange New Worlds. Look, I'm one episode in, so I got a lot of catching up to do. I'm a very busy person, but so far I love it. I think it might end up being one of my favorites. It does feel like older Trek with the serialized storytelling. I do hope they do some serialized. I'm sorry, not serialized. Yeah, I think it is serialized, and then they do an arc. I hope they do that. More on lines of like Babylon 5, because I thought that was a fantastic idea. But even if they do it episodic, then I think that's fantastic. And I like how Strange New Worlds is episodic. And then, of course, you have bigger arcs as well. Ensign Mount is fantastic as Pike. I really do like that. Again, feels like old Trek, feels like Next Generation, feels like Deep Space Nine. I love all of that stuff. And so, look, these IPs, I grew up with these. And I'm so glad to see that there are new stories being told. I am glad that it's more representative because, think about it. It doesn't make sense to not have it be more representative. If you're going to tell me a story that is filled with aliens and all these different sci-fi stuff, are you then going to also argue that black people don't exist? That doesn't make any sense. There are literally blue and green people. Why would black people not exist? The people that complain about, the diversity of a cast are being absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And by the way, one more thing, the last thing that I want to address here is one common theme that I see from people sending horrible messages, right? Some of them tend to, when they get criticized for being racist, they say, oh, no, I'm not racist. I'm just bad writing. Terrible writing. Isn't it funny that it's always an issue of bad writing when it involves a person of color or a female? Again, you have plenty of white actors that have suffered from bad writing. And to be fair, I think also characters that people didn't like. Jake Lloyd, that played the original Anakin in The Phantom Menace, got bullied mercilessly for it. Mercilessly. And so, fans, step off. Don't be an asshole. Again, plenty of white actors, though, have suffered from bad writing, bad roles. Did they get messaged like, you stupid effing honky diversity hire? No, you cracker. No, you didn't see any of that. It's ridiculous. And I also want to add, because all fandoms are pretty guilty of this one, please stop hating actors for the actions their characters do. For God's sakes. The characters are not real. The actors are real people, okay? They're not the same people. I remember when the actor that played Joffrey in Game of Thrones got so much hate from people. The actor itself. But wait, hold on. The actor in real life is actually a sweetheart. Super, super nice kid, right? How would you conflate? These people are, like, the characters are not real, you know? He's not Joffrey in real life. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Why would, and by the way, the fact that you hate that character for the character's actions actually lends a good argument to how good the actor had done in that role and how good the writing was. You know? Yes, you're supposed to hate that character. And by the way, if the actor is fantastic and does a great job, and the material is a great job, and I utterly hate the shit out of that character, you know, the first thing I say about that is, man, that actor did a fantastic job. Well done. I despise that character so much. Well done. Well done. And I've certainly said that in some of the recent series that have come out. Like, that is a really good bad guy. Well done. Well done. And so, again, they did their job because you're supposed to hate that character. Now, of course, bad writing is a little bit different because sometimes you have a character that you're supposed to like that maybe has an actor that's not suited to the role, or you have, for example, again, just this really bad dialogue or whatever, and you don't end up liking that character. Well, that sucks. But in no circumstances is it okay, even in that circumstance or any circumstance, should you be sending racist, hateful, or threatening messages to that actor. Okay? Just, I mean, ground rules here, because obviously this is a conversation that needed to be had with all of these fandoms. And I shouldn't be the only person. I shouldn't even have to have this conversation. And yet, here we are, because we see this happening all the time. So, like, people, understand that we are living in a golden age of sci-fi and nerddom. Don't ruin it. Just stop ruining it.